You're Ronnie Olson, coach of the Shady Spring Tigers. Ronnie, I would imagine if you knew in advance he'd win this opener 80-30, I mean, it would everything went the way you scripted it.
Yeah, it definitely went the way we scripted. We definitely thought we were going to win 80-30. No, not at all.
That's a good team. It's a big team.
It's a big team, really good team. You know, guys are probably going to play college basketball, but you know, you got to find your advantage somewhere. And I felt like our advantage was on the press, on the pressure. I thought we'd get after them a little bit. I didn't think we'd, you know, I knew we'd bother them, but not to the extent. And I think it had a lot to do with our guys wanting to prove themselves, and obviously going against the guys that we played against the last couple of years, in Braden Cole and Cam and Shaden, and you know, those guys that I mean, Braden and Cole just laid on them, you know. So that you know, I know those guys are appreciative of them, but you know, that's what made them so good as well.
Why was you obviously saw something that you could work, and you worked it well. Why was the press and why was your defense so effective tonight against those? I mean, they never seemed to get an entry pass that wasn't challenged to their big guys inside. They never were able really to attack the basket. Why was your defense, especially the turnovers you caused, why was it so effective?
Like I said, I felt like we have an advantage at our pressure. I think everybody at every single spot put a lot of pressure and havoc on every position. You know, we put it on the board. You know, we want to negate their size with pressure. And, you know, where you lack in one area, you got to make up for in another. And ours was, you know, getting after it and outworking people. And that's, you know, who we are. And that's who we've got to be to play at a high level with these really good teams in the state.
I think another thing you're going to have to do is really shoot the threes well. This team, as a JV bunch, was known as a great shooters. We often talked about who would win a shootout between your varsity and your JV. Well, they showed tonight, and they did exactly what they do. I think you had 5 in double figures, which you're probably going to have to do, and you're really on fire from outside.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been putting so much emphasis on half-court offense, half-court defense, full-court defense that, you know, the last couple of days we have just pushed the heck out of shooting, you know, and sometimes I felt like we hadn't been the best shooting team early on because we haven't worked on it. And I'm big on, you know, repetition during practice, but the last couple of days, we've got after it, haven't we, Ammar? I mean, we have got after it. So, you know, even today we had a good shoot around. We probably got up, you know, 50 to 70 shots, and that's a lot before a game, you know. And then obviously they got here early, and we knew if we shot the ball well with our pressure, we were going to be tough to deal with. So we shot the ball well. We got different guys. I mean, you look at, obviously, you know, we got Ammar, best player in the state, but you got Kai, Jalen, Brody. I mean, you know, I mean, you got those guys, Gavin, you know, hitting threes, Joe. I mean, all those guys are shooting. That's what we want. Take the pressure off him and be balanced. So I think the repetition last couple of days really helped with our shooting.
Well, it was a very balanced effort, I think, across the board, scoring-wise. When they walk in, and I think you knew you and your team have the advantage of having scouting reports and everything. I think if a fan just walked in there and saw those guys walk out there, you'd think, no way.
Yeah.
Was there any concern on your part when you saw their size that maybe, you know, they could do some things that would affect you, because they really did nothing that affected you?
No. You know, I heard people, oh gosh, you know, what are you thinking scheduling these guys? And you know, but you know, we're a close-knit group, you know, our guys, and I love my guys, and we talked about it all week. You know, it was a challenge that we wanted to show that we felt like we could really get after them. We watched tons of game film. We sent links out to the guys, and I mean, they were in bed. I mean, on weekends watching it. You know, I mean, probably, hopefully not in school, but studying. But you know, they watched tons of game film. They probably watched more than I did. I was up, I think, after our scrimmage we had here Saturday, 5 a.m. in the morning, just couldn't sleep, ready to get after it and get ready for this Thursday because we knew the game was moved. But you know, kudos to my guys for. It's hard to infiltrate a game plan like that quick. You know, with the turnaround, we thought it was going to be Saturday, and we just found out on Saturday that it was going to be moved to Thursday, and we had a lot to work on still. You know, this is a newer team, and for them to execute at the high level they did was great, and execute the game plan. You know, that's all them.
What can you say about Ammar's game tonight? I mean, maybe not. People are always going to look at points, but the way he played on the floor, the way he rebounded the basketball, the way he found open teammates. And even gave up baskets maybe just to get other guys. Just talk about his overall game, because I think tonight it was more than just points.
Because I think he shows why he's a high-level basketball player. Well, in my opinion, he's a Division I basketball player. But I think he shows he can do more than just score inside and shoot. I think every year he showed that progression in his game, and I even kind of pulled him aside and he argued with me a little bit. And I said, man, that's that's your bucket there, And he's so unselfish, but I mean, you go all the way back to Braden and Cole and Cam and those guys, man. They've done the same thing over the years, And when college scouts look at his film, they know who can play. I know who can play. People that watch it know that he can play, and he doesn't have to do it in a box score. Obviously, everybody wants points because that's what you get rewarded with. Wins, losses, and points. And if my guys don't want to score, then
there's more than points. I think
if they don't want to score, then I mean, they want to. I want them to want that. So, but his rebounding, he rebounded against. You're talking about 6'8", 6'9" guys. If that can't show, he can go into any level of NCAA and rebound. That showed it tonight.
Well, they probably had 6, maybe even 8 inches at some situations. Yep. Why do you think he was so effective on the boards? Because I don't think that those guys beat him for a rebound. I mean, maybe they did early. I didn't see it.
Well, Ammar's length, he plays with, he's 6'4", but I mean, he plays like he's 6'8", 6'9". His length is great. He has quick hops off the ground, and the best thing about him is his high basketball IQ. He tracks and knows where the ball is. He goes those spots, and it's just a knack for rebounding. Ammar's been one of the better rebounders we've had. Braden was the same way, but he tracks the ball well, and I think that has a lot to do with it. He knows when to get inside guys, and he's long, and he's quick off the ground. So, he was a terror on the glass. They were probably lucky he didn't play in the first half. He was saddled with foul trouble.
High level pass in this game. I think it was Kai cross court, maybe to Ammar or Gavin. When you get a pass like that, I mean, I know your basketball mind. You must have been jumping up and down when you see something because across the paint from the 3-point on the other side is a hard pass. And it's a high-level pass to make.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough pass because not only are you pressuring, but then you got to get through a couple of defenders and get on a block. I mean, that just goes to show you got to defend us 94 feet, because all our guys are a triple threat position, shoot, pass, and dribble. So they're always working with their heads up. All of them want to get their shots off, and that's what we want. We want them to shoot if they're open, but they are also looking at the open guy at all times. And I tell you what, our guys have a good job of doing is going to open spaces. And I thought it was Gavin. It might have been Ammar, but was it you? It was him. He went to that open space. It wasn't just. It's not by coincidence that Kai passed to a guy. He was there in open space. Kai looked at him. He saw him, and that was a great pass.
What do you do Saturday now? And you don't have a game? Fish?
So what is today anyways?
Thursday.
We're probably gonna get in here and work a little bit. Oh, actually, we got a wrestling tournament. No, it's not this weekend. Anyways, no, we're gonna get in and work a little bit. We still got things to work on.
The Shady Elite tournament this weekend?
I don't know. So
he's going to the Shady Elite tournament. Can't be practicing.
Yeah. So, but. Anyways,
it's a good way to start.
It is a good way to start. We got a lot of work. We played, best team in the state, Morgantown, the last couple of years.
That's next weekend.
That's going to be a whole nother level. And and they understand that this doesn't necessarily translate into next week.
Well, they make entry passes, they rebound, they do a lot of things.
And they got the best ball handler in the state. In Sharon Young. So, I mean, we know we're not going to turn them over like that. Hopefully, we can, play our game and still, but that's a whole. We're going to get ready for Morgantown University, this week and get better for ourselves.
All right, hey Ronnie, I appreciate it, man. Great job tonight.
Thank you.